Hello there, my friends. So I'm on vacation in the lovely Newcastle, Maine, and we're renting a house here with a KitchenAid gas stove. And I wanted to show you this stove because many of my viewers and students assume that I love gas no matter what, that a gas stove is always better than say electric, and that is not the case at all. And this stove is a perfect example of that. It is a gas stove. It is not even a particularly cheap gas stove. It's a mid-price gas stove that sucks. So here, let's take a look. All right. So here is our stove. It's a 30-inch, pretty standard range with 4 burners. But look at this burner configuration. Okay, so on the front left, we have this huge power burner. On the far right here, we have another fairly good burner. I'm guessing about 10 to 12 BTUs. But the front right is this minuscule, tiny little, I think that's probably 5,000 BTUs. What can you do on this minuscule burner? Well, you could make a couple of eggs because they don't require high heat. You could saute some onions in a tiny little pan, but that's about it. You're not going to sear anything on this. You can't boil water on this. It is fairly useless for most applications. And in the infinite wisdom, they give you 2 of those. So there is this little guy, and in the back there is another guy just like that. Okay, so when this kind of useless burners are in the back, I don't mind too much, but when they give you one in the front, that is a little bit annoying. What I would want in the front is this guy, because this is a pretty good burner, but it's way in the back, so when you're using it, it's hard to see. You have to reach over. It's a little bit annoying. This is a double burner, so when I light it, all I get is this tiny little eye. That's what they call a special simmer burner. It's supposed to be really, really gentle. The problem is it is so gentle and so tiny that it basically works in Barbie pots and pans. So most of the time, if you were using this burner, what you would want from it is its power. Here it is. Here is the power. This is this burner on high heat. But notice what happens when we set this burner on low heat. On low heat, I don't know if you can see this very well in the video, but I tried this yesterday with a pan while cooking, and this is not particularly low. So the difference in this burner between its lowest and its highest is not that big. So its range of what can you do with it is not huge. The high is a little bit deceptive. It looks like a lot of blue things are happening, a lot of flame is shooting out, but it did not feel nearly as powerful as my burners feel at home or my little portable camp stove feels. This did not feel like 15,000 BTU. This felt about the same as that far, roughly, I'm not sure what they are, but roughly maybe 12,000 BTU burner. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it is the configuration of flame or how high the rack is from the flame. Maybe it's just a little bit too elevated. I'm not sure, but it felt okay. You could cook on a pretty good big surface fairly evenly, but I wouldn't say particularly powerfully. But when I turned this down, I could not get a good simmer or a good sweating of vegetables. This felt a little high. So I had to move all the way to that burner. So long story short, this lovely, huge, fairly expensive stove gives you one good burner, that one which they placed in the back, which is not really fun. And another feature that it has is this thing right here, which I believe is a downdraft or some vent of some sorts. And when the oven is on, it comes on automatically. And when the stove top is on, it comes on after a while all by itself. And what happens with it, oh, I can't make it turn on right now, but it pulls all the flames towards it. So the flames become uneven. Everything gets sucked into this black hole. last vacation, I actually cooked on a Kenmore electric stove, which I felt was way better than this one. So it's time for me to go have breakfast and go kayaking. I apologize about the lousy quality of this video. The only recording equipment I have with me is my phone. So I hope you still learned something, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.